Welcome everyone. So let's get started. Let's just bring our arms back and forth. So I am going to be talking in this video. I've had some requests for people asking me to talk and explain some of the exercises. So I will be doing that today, but I promise you I will talk minimally. I will give you the instructions and then I'll be quiet so you can enjoy the music. Let's just bring our arms overhead, deep breath in and breathing out. Deep breath in and breathing out. Let's bring the shoulders back. Rotating the wrists. Other direction. Let's bring one arm up, one arm back, and really stretch those arms. And let's have both hands in front, bringing the elbows back and forward. Two more. All right, let's start walking. Let's continue to bring our arms out to the side. We're going to do little circles. So we're going to do 30 minutes of cardio today, and then we are using the exercise ball. Now, if you don't have a ball, that's okay. You can follow along as much as you can with the weights. Some of the exercises will not be with the ball because you can get better. I'm just finding the best exercises for you for the workout. Let's bring our arms the other way. And some of them are just better without the ball. All right, let's get into a good march, bringing the arms into it. All right, we're gonna bring our feet out wide and then narrow. Ready? More seconds. All right, let's go into our single jacks. One arm up, one leg out. So if you can't do the full 30 minutes, just do what you can for the cardio. All right, bringing one foot out and one hand. So opposite foot and opposite hand. Taking some nice deep breaths. All right, step touch or dance, however you'd like. Doing a bicep curl. Okay, let's do our 2 steps. 1, 2, and then just stay in place here. Now back. 1, 2, and just a step touch, and back again. Last one. All right, coming back to center and just walking it out. Nice deep breath. So we are gonna do some intervals today. We're gonna get in some fast walking or running. Not yet. All right, let's do 4 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and in. 1, 2, 3, 4. time. Okay, hands up and elbow to the knee. Concentrate on your abs here. Tight abs. Every time your elbow comes to your knee, flex those abs. If this is hard on your hip flexors, on the area in front of your hips, just bring your knee up a little bit. Don't worry about bringing it so high. And walk it out. Deep breath in. All right, let's pick up that pace. Either walk or jog or run, you decide. Okay, step touch, arms out here, arms together. Flex those biceps. Let's work those triceps. Squeeze those triceps, flex them. Every time you press those hands back, flex, tighten, squeeze. Makes a huge difference if you concentrate on that muscle. All right, back to a walk. Nice deep breaths. And breathing out. Again. Okay, tapping a foot to the side and pressing up. Okay, keeping one arm up, we are punching forward and switching. That didn't work. Arm up and punch. You know what, let's just punch it out and bring a foot out to the side. I had an idea there, it just didn't work. All right, walk it out. Right, one leg back, and we're gonna bring the knee in. ready to switch. Let's dance it out. So dance however you would like here, whatever makes you happy. Let's go into our V step. So forward, forward, back, back. And going in place, bringing both arms forward and tapping back. Step touch and bring the arms up as for in a bicep curl. So squeezing those arms, tightening those biceps. Nice deep breath. High knees and punching out with the opposite hand. Marching in place, bringing the arms up. One knee, opposite knee. Concentrate on keeping those abs tight. Let's run it out or walk it out, whatever works for you. Try and get that heart rate up. Standing in place, let's bring one leg out, other side. So when you bring the leg out, punching the opposite side. That's what I was trying to do earlier. So think of this coming from the hip. Slow it down to make it work for you. And just walking it out. Some nice deep breaths. Take a deep breath in, bring the arms overhead. And breathing out. Again. One more time. Get ready to run again. And and let's go. Okay, let's bring both arms up. So it's like a jumping jack. If you want, you can just do one arm at a time here. Our fast music is coming again. Another interval coming up. So please go at whatever pace works for you. If that's a fast walk, that is totally fine. And let's go. Squat time, if you can. Hands down and up. This cuts down our weights later because this is definitely a strengthening exercise. Just squat to whatever level works for you. Press that bum back. It's like you're sitting down in a chair. Fast speed is coming up again. Last one, and go. Okay, let's just press forward. Tapping those heels forward. Let's just walk forward. So 1, 2, 3, and back. Bring our hands into it for bicep curl. Let's do it. Pick up that pace. This is your time. Pick it up as much as you can now. Let's go. I'm gonna push you a bit here. Keep going. Another 30 seconds. Fifteen more seconds. You got this, come on. This is what burns lots of calories. Let's just do a step touch, bicep curl. and just dance it out. Okay, the hair is going up. Let's make those arms work. Let's go back into our double jack. Now, if you want here, you can do a jumping jack if your knees can handle it. Let's work those abs. Elbows to the knee. Concentrate on those abs. Tighten them up when the elbow's going down. Breathe out as the elbows hit the knee. Let's work those triceps. Squeeze, flex. Toes are going back. Here we go. The music is telling us what to do. Let's go. Let's punch it out to the side, foot goes out. Work those legs, squat time. Bring the hands up and down. Now squeeze those glutes, squeeze, squeeze. Every time you stand, squeeze those glutes. And flex those triceps too. Flex, lots to think about. Last one. Dance it out. Let's kick the foot in front. So kick with your heel. Punching the opposite arm forward. Go at whatever height works for you. And marching in place. Picking up your pace if you want to. I'll pick it up for those who want to. Otherwise, just walk it out. Okay, step wide and in. Four marches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and kick, kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, kick, kick. Let's go into a wide step. So slightly squatting if you can. Coming out of that, let's just do a heel tap in front, bring the arms up. Let's just take a step out, one side to the other, doing a bicep curl. Some nice deep breaths. Let's work those triceps again. Heel tap in front. Every time you bring those hands back, squeeze those triceps for a brief second. Squeeze, squeeze. Almost done. Go into a walk. Let's bring our arms overhead, deep breath in. And breathing out. Again, deep breath in. And breathing out. Let's do that one more time. Let's go into a single jack. And ready. Focusing on lots of deep breaths here. And dancing however you'd like for the last 30 seconds. So after this, we are going to grab our weights, or you're gonna get your exercise ball if you have one. If not, I will try and give some modifications. I'll do what I can. Okay, one last deep breath. Take a deep breath in. And a big breath out. All right, grab those weights, everyone, and the ball. I'm going to give a very brief lesson with the ball, just in case you haven't seen the video that I put out on how to use the ball. Main thing is you want to have really solid shoes that allow you to grip onto the rug or carpet or floor, whatever floor you're kind of using. You want to make sure that your feet are not going to slip. Okay, so be sure of that. Secondly, you want a ball where your legs are at a 90-degree angle. You can be a little bit higher if that's the way it works out, but you don't want to be sitting low where your knees are having to be higher like this, okay? Feet should be able to be flat on the floor, and you should be comfortable on the ball. You don't want if you're a brand new beginner to using the ball, you want the ball to be a little bit soft. It'll allow you to be able to navigate the ball a little bit better, because if it's really hard, it's just gonna kind of roll away on you. I personally like it a little bit softer, even though I'm used to using it, just because I find it more comfortable on my back. Let's get started. So, sitting on the ball, having your feet really wide apart, we are going to grab onto our weights. So, when you're on the ball, you just kind of roll forward and you stand up. So, sitting on the ball, okay, getting up, grabbing your weights. So we're gonna start with, I want you to start with a light weight if you're not used to using the ball for safety, okay? We're gonna start with chest press. We use the ball like a bench. So because I'm used to using it, I can use a heavier weight. But if you're not used to using it, for the first time, definitely use a light weight, something like between a 2 and a 5 pound weight, okay? Or no weight at all if you're just trying to get used to the ball. So grabbing onto your weights, sitting on the ball, keeping your feet wide, walking yourself down, and then your back kind of flattens out. So think of the ball as a bench, okay? Now where you sit on the ball, it's up to you. Like I kind of have my glutes onto the ball, but you can also take them off and bring your hips up, but it's more comfortable, I find, to do it like this. You can have your head kind of resting back. It's a matter of comfort for your neck. So do what works best for you. So main thing is my back is on the ball, my weights are out. I like to go down a little bit more, bring the weight up, and back down. So this is a chest press. Ready? Lifting up and down. Breathing out as you lift the weight up. So, and back down. Now, if you find your neck is hurting because your neck is not that strong, I find my neck hurts pretty quickly when it's not being supported. You can roll down on the ball a bit more to rest your neck, to give your neck a bit of a break, but as much as you can, try and have your head off that ball. Let's do 2 more. Now, bring the weight either to your chest or you can bring them down to the floor, okay, like this, and then roll up. Again, it's a matter of comfort, what you're used to, and then rolling up, keeping your feet wide for support, and sitting up straight. Now, when you get up, you're bringing your feet back, and then sitting up, okay? All right, so that's chest press. We are not going to use the ball for back row just because it's easier without it. It's a little bit safer without too. Using a heavy weight. Now this is my chance, I'm chatting away, so I want to give a few lessons here because it's much harder when I write the words on the screen. I can only fit so many words on the screen. So back row, feet are shoulder width apart, knees are bent, weight is down. The weight that you want to use is a weight that becomes hard when we're done. So let's do 12 reps today. Find a weight that by the time you get to 10, 11, 12 reps, it is getting really challenging. If you think that you could probably do the exercise 50 times with that weight, your weight is way too light and you're not benefiting in the way that you could be. Okay, so find a weight that becomes challenging by the time you get to 10, 11, 12 repetitions. Okay, so knees are bent, butt is sticking out, okay? Think of it sticking back to the back wall. Your arms are straight, you are rowing that weight up. Flex the upper part of your back, so squeeze that back. Bring the weight back down slowly. Let's go. This is 2. Squeeze. Bring that weight down. Squeeze and down. Breathing out as you lift. And breathing in. Squeeze that upper back. This is 8, 9, squeeze. squeeze. Let's do 2 more. Now this should be getting hard. If it's super easy still, as I said, increase the weight that you lift if you can. On the last one, we're gonna go down really slowly. Okay, slowly, slowly, slowly. Excellent, now let's stand up straight. Good, all right, let's work our hamstrings since we're in the same position. You're basically in the same position for the hamstrings. It's a deadlift, feet are shoulder width apart or a little bit wider. Weights are at your thighs. We are going to bend the knees, lean down until you feel a stretch in the back of your hamstrings, then slowly come back out, come back up. So sticking the glutes back to the back wall, chest is proud. You're just gazing in front and then coming up. So just going down to the point that you feel that stretch in the hamstrings. And up. This is 4. 5. 6. Now, on the way up, when you're standing straight, squeeze those glutes. Sorry, I missed that in the earlier one. So let's squeeze those glutes. Try and remember that each time you do this exercise, because then you're getting more of a workout in your backside, which we all want. Squeeze. Going down. Squeeze the glutes. Let's do 2 more. So again, with hamstrings, with this exercise, you could use a heavy weight. Most of you can likely use a 10-pound weight. And squeeze. Okay, excellent. All right, that's our hamstrings. We already did squats in the workout. We're not gonna do any more of those. We did enough. We are going to pick a lighter weight. We're gonna get back on that ball. We're gonna work our shoulders. So grabbing probably anywhere between a 1 and a 4, maybe 5 pound. It depends on what you're able to do. Sitting on the ball, keeping your feet really wide for safety. Hands are at the side. So we're just gonna bring the hands up. We're going forward and down. Let's go in the reverse direction. So forward, out, and down. This is 3. Forward and down. 4. 5. 6. This is quite a hard exercise just because we're going in both directions. 7. 8. 4 more if you can. 9. 10. 11. And 1 more. And 12. Good. Okay, that's it for shoulders. We are going to, depending on what weight you need for biceps, you know what, let's do triceps first, since you usually use a lighter weight anyway. So I'm just gonna turn a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. It's basically the same thing that we do when we're in the chair. So you're just leaning a bit forward, weight is at the shoulders, and you're just bringing the hands back. Now really flex those triceps, okay? You don't need a heavy weight for triceps. A lot of people use weights that are too heavy. So you want to really focus and really feel it in the triceps. So squeeze, 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 back to the shoulder. Squeeze those triceps. And forward. 3. 4. 5. 6. Keep going. This is 10, and we've got 2 more. So if you didn't have the ball, you could do this in a chair as well. I just remembered I told you that I would try and give modifications if you didn't have the ball. Okay, so triceps you could have done in the chair. Let's do biceps. You could also do this in a chair, but you can also use the ball. The bonus of the ball is it is forcing you to work on your balance. So, and it's strengthening your core as well. So there's definitely benefits to using the ball rather than using a chair. With a chair, your body's not doing much other than the muscles that you're working. But right now, everything is working in my body as I'm moving around on it. Biceps, you could probably use a bit of a heavier weight, so find what works for you. So let's just bring the weight up to the shoulder, back down. Now, the part that you really want to focus on is when those hands go down, you're going slow, 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 and then coming up. The part that's really important is that downward phase of the workout, of the weights. So down really slowly, back up. Breathing out as you lift, and coming down slowly. 6, and slowly. 7, 8, 9. Now this should be getting hard. If it's really easy, then you want to find a heavier weight. All right, I'm gonna challenge you a bit more here because I'm guessing a lot of you probably have a fairly light weight. Bringing the hands here, just halfway down, we're going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the way down, now go halfway up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now all the way up and slowly going down. This is 1. Follow the pace that I'm going at. 2, 3, 4. We've just got 3 more. 5, 6. Last one. And 7. Down really, really slowly. Breathing out. Nice. Excellent. Okay, let's put that weight down. So we've done shoulders, we've done legs, we've done the back of our legs, our glutes, our hamstrings in these squats. We've done our triceps, shoulders, biceps. So now we are going to work on our abs. So sitting on the ball, feet are wide. You are walking down. Okay, find that spot that's good for you. You might feel that you're more comfortable being a little bit higher on the ball or a little bit lower. Whatever works for you. Hands are behind the head. We are going to do a bit of a crunch here. So you're just crunching up a little bit and down, up and down. So try and follow my pace. So up and down. Now just keep going. I'm not going to keep saying up and down, but I just want you to keep going. I'll let you know when I'm going to switch it up. Where you have your hands is kind of up to you. If you can have them behind your neck or behind your head to support your head, whatever is comfortable. Main thing is you really want to squeeze those abs, flex those abs on the way up. So flex and down. Breathe out as you go up. Now I'm gonna do quite a few here. You stop when you feel you've had enough. All right, stopping there. So thinking of it as a flat table behind you, we are just gonna angle it to the side. So you're just gonna bring that elbow sort of a little bit to the knee and down. Again, up to the side and down. 3, let's do 10. 4, trying to keep yourself steady on the ball, using your feet to support yourself. 2 more. Okay, going to the other side now. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Okay, holding your head, supporting your head. If your neck is getting tired, it probably is. We are just going to concentrate on those abs. So I just want you to bring your head up and we're just gonna pulse. So up, breathe out. Okay, just do a bunch of pulses here. Now your abs are tight the whole time. This is getting hard likely. Let's do it for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, walk the feet back up. Bring yourself up straight. Okay, so you're sitting up, you're curling yourself up as you come up, having the feet steady, pressing into the heels as you stand up. And that is it for the ball. Okay, so we're not doing a lot with the ball, but the main thing I like using the ball for is abs. It is a really great workout, and it works as a bench for doing chest press. I find it's awesome for those two exercises because most of us don't have room for a bench in our house. First of all, making sure that the ball is out of the way and your weights are out of the way just for safety. So we're just gonna start by bringing one foot to one side and then the other. We'll do that for 30 seconds and then we'll move on to the next exercise. Ready? So foot to one side and then the other side. Trying to go at the same speed each time and go at whatever pace works for you. Looking ahead makes it a little bit harder. For the next one, let's bring one arm up, opposite knee goes up, and then switching. Last one. Bringing the arms out to the side. This time we're going to bring one foot forward to the side and back. Keep going with that one side. Last one. Bring that foot back in, switching to the other side. Arms go up again, foot goes forward to the side and back. Now just bring your foot to whatever height feels good, right for you. And last one. And that's it for the balance. So last thing is our stretching. Let's bring our hands together, pressing the hands out in front. You can turn your hands this way if you wish, it's up to you. Just pressing enough that you feel that in your upper back. Let's bring the hands together, bringing the arms back or holding on to the back of the chair, whatever works for you, and leaning forward. And coming out of that stretch, sitting back in your chair, pressing the hands out to the walls. Reaching one arm overhead as high as you can up to the ceiling. Let's reach the other hand up. Opposite arm again, this time just bringing the arm out to the side or the hand out to the side, reaching over to feel that stretch through the side. And switching to the other side. And bring the hands in front, just rotating the wrists, going in the other direction. Let's bring the hands in front, tight, tight fist, as tight as you can, and shake it out. Let's do that one more time. Squeeze those hands into a tight fist, and shake it out. Let's bring one foot up. We're just gonna flex that foot. Toes are pointing towards you, feeling that in the back of your leg. Now pointing the toes away. And switching to the other side, bring that foot up. Let's just flex the foot. And pointing the toes away. And bring that foot down. Let's come out on the edge of our chair. Let's bring one foot out and we're just gonna lean forward to feel that stretch in that straight leg. Toes are pointed up. Let's switch to the other side. So you really want to get a nice stretch in your leg for this one. And coming back up, let's bring that ankle up onto the opposite knee. As I've said in many of the other stretching exercises, like whenever we've done it before, you can also just bring your foot over the other knee, or your leg over the other knee, and then lean forward, okay? If you can't do the other one, you can do this one, or have the ankle on the knee and then lean forward. Now you should feel this all through the hips and the glutes and the lower back. Taking a nice deep breath in and breathing out. And let's switch to the other side. Leaning forward, trying to keep your back flat. Now, if you can, try and bring that one leg out and try and get that leg as straight as you can. You really need to sit on the edge of your chair to really feel this one. And then just kind of leaning forward. You'll feel this in your lower back, but mostly in the leg that is across. And let's switch to the other side. We are almost done. All right, coming back up. Let's just do a few lower back stretches. We're just gonna bring the hands in front, and we're just gonna round the back and lean forward and hold. And then slowly roll yourself back up. And let's just do that one more time. So leaning forward. And then slowly rolling back up. Last few stretches, just grabbing onto the side and just twisting and looking behind. And then the other direction. And coming in front again, dropping the ear down to the shoulder. Let's just have the ear to the shoulder. We're going to do that for 10 seconds. rotating the head forward, over to the other side. And looking in front, finishing with our 3 deep breaths, taking a deep breath in, and then big breath out. Again, deep breath in, and breathing out. Last one, and breathing out. And you are done. I hope you enjoyed the workout, and I will see you again soon, I hope. All right, take care, everyone. Bye for now.